Jessica Boyer with your SCV NewsBreak for Tuesday, May 31st. Students paid tribute by performing some of their late teacher's favorite songs Tuesday at lunch. Arroyo Seco Junior High School teacher and musician Rob Bennett was killed by a hit-and-run driver last week while he was riding his bike in Placerita Canyon.
Rob Bennett was a math teacher here for 16 years, and when we lost our band and chorus teacher at the end of last year, and so I talked to him. I said, "Hey, Rod, if you're interested in the band position, it's yours in a heartbeat." And he said, "Really?" I said, "Of course." It was on Thursday that the kids in the beginning band said, "You know what, we just need to play." And they got their instruments out and set up their music and started playing spontaneously. It was really beautiful. And the chorus students went to their teacher, Miss West, and said, "Maybe we could perform on the stage at lunch next Tuesday, and we can all wear orange." And that's kind of how the whole ball got rolling. It was really the students' idea.
The first song was by the beginning band that was called Fire Cave. They chose that song. It was the first piece they played with Mr. Bennett, and it was his all-time favorite that the group played, so they chose that in his honor. The next song was called Clouds, that the choir performed, and it was the first piece that we played alongside the band, so they wanted to play that in his honor. And it's a piece that talks about exactly what Mr. Bennett did with his life, living each day to the fullest and making the most of every opportunity, and that's truly what he did here at our school. The last piece is 25 or 6 to 4, it was recorded by the Chicago group, and it was one of Mr. Bennett's favorite all-time groups. They loved the piece. They performed it in Disneyland as well with Mr. Bennett, and so they wanted to play that piece in his honor.
Like card writing, and there's lots of posters up in the band room, and everyone just like writes really nice things about Mr. Bennett. And there's also there's just been a lot of posters that people's like
we had a whole big poster, like a bunch of posters in the band room, just like of people signing it and writing stuff that they wanted to say to him or about him.
He was really funny. He told a lot of jokes and he was really nice.
A memorial will be held Thursday, June 9th at Eternal Valley Memorial Park and Mortuary in Newhall, beginning at 1 p.m. The CBS Cycling Club of Santa Clarita has organized a ride of silence in honor of Bennett on Saturday, June 11th. The ride will begin at Placerita Junior High School at 8:30 a.m. and end at Santa Clarita City Hall. One local documentarian is taking a look at the courage, valor, and honor of veterans from a different angle. Patricia Silva has more.
Stories of valor, courage, and honor. Sacrifices made for the United States and because of the United States. It may seem like I'm talking specifically about military veterans. However, for Valencia journalist and filmmaker Stephanie Howard, valor, courage, and honor are not only reserved for veterans, but for those who stand by their side, caring for them.
People don't know that they exist. People, if they think about it, they do, but they don't really know that these families are there, and the wounded have to go home somewhere, and someone is taking care of them in a big way. And that's when I decided that, yeah, this is a story that needs to be told.
The Weight of Honor is a documentary 4 years in the making. Stephanie and her crew, made up of seasoned journalists who are also her family and friends, have traveled across the United States to meet with the family caregivers and experts.
The overall heart of the film is that we're talking about courage and resilience and great bravery. And I hope that people who watch the film can come back and say, wow, these are really brave people. These are very courageous people. And I can be inspired by that.
The Weight of Honor crew has set up an Indiegogo as they try to push the film through its final legs of post-production and to hopefully meet their goal to premiere in the fall.
Most of these people broke down in tears telling their stories. And after the cameras were off, I would say, I'm really sorry. I didn't come here to devastate you. I didn't come here to make you cry. And they would say, no, this is actually helping me because no one has asked me about any of this before. They will ask the wounded vet, but they won't look at the people, the unsung heroes, and say, well, how are you feeling? How is this impacting you?
For all involved, they are stories worth telling and hearing. For SCV TV, I'm Patricia Silva.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, a city employee is charged with felony misappropriation of public funds. Plus, take a look at some of the ways the community celebrated Memorial Day. Stay tuned.
Hey, this job looks perfect. It says you need people skills?
Check.
Driver's license?
Check.
And a high school diploma. You got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
You are good to go.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey George, there's breaking news.
AM 1220 KHTS. I'm George Cummings with breaking news here in the Santa Clarita Valley. It turns out we have an emergency situation going on.
Ready in 5, 4. Breaking news from the Santa Clarita Valley. There's an emergency situation happening in Saugus right now, and our news crew is on the scene with more information.
Welcome back. An 8-year employee of the city of Santa Clarita was arrested Tuesday following an extensive investigation by the Sheriff's Department. 40-year-old assistant engineer David Rubira was charged with felony misappropriation of public funds. Rubira admitted to the crimes during questioning, which occurred prior to his arrest. Based on the city's investigation, it appears that Rubira fabricated check requests estimated at $531,037 over a 4-year period. The crime was reported to the Sheriff's Crime Tip Hotline in May and investigated immediately. The city has brought in outside auditors to begin an extensive forensic audit. Based on the current investigation, it appears Rubira acted alone. The city is pursuing their $1 million fraud policy and plan to pursue restitution if Rubira is convicted. Rubira has been placed on administrative leave pending termination proceedings. The Santa Clarita community came out by the dozen Monday to remember fallen heroes. The day began with the Friendly Valley Memorial Day Remembrance Parade. Following the parade, the community attended a ceremony by the SCV Veterans Memorial Committee. Check out full coverage of both of these events at scvtv.com. Now turning to weather, Tuesday was sunny and hot with a high of 91. Wednesday will cool down slightly with a high of 89, but the rest of the week will continue to warm up, reaching a high of 97 on Friday and Saturday. Lows throughout the week will stay in the mid-60s. That's all for your SCV NewsBreak. For more local news, go to scvtv.com or hometownstation.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Jessica Boyer.